Over the past few days, I've been digging through whispers and old records, piecing together a story that may have been hiding in plain sight for decades. Nancy Guthrie, the 84-year-old matriarch whose sudden disappearance from her Tucson home has gripped the nation, wasn't only the devoted mother and grandmother everyone believed she was. For more than 30 years, she lived behind a flawless facade, so convincing that even her closest family members, including her famous daughter Savannah, never saw what lay beneath. Then, just days after she vanished, a mysterious package arrived at the Guthrie family doorstep, and everything changed. Nancy had always been the quiet force holding her family together. After her husband Charles died of a heart attack in 1989, she was left a widow at 47 with 3 teenagers to raise in Tucson, Arizona. Friends remember her as resilient and selfless, turning their modest ranch-style home into a place of stability. She worked part-time as a bookkeeper, volunteered at church, and raised Savannah, Annie, and Cam with faith and determination. To the outside world, she was the ultimate mother figure, the rock behind her daughter's public success. But even rocks have cracks. The first sign of something hidden came on February 6, 2026, 5 days after Nancy disappeared. An unmarked envelope arrived at Savannah's New York apartment. Inside was a faded photograph of a much younger Nancy standing beside an unfamiliar man outside a small cafe in Santa Fe. On the back, in unfamiliar handwriting, she deserved more than secrets. Ask about Elena. During a frantic video call that night, the siblings stared at the photo in shock. None of them knew the man. None of them knew an Elena. But the picture was dated 1992, 3 years after their father's death. And it would unlock a hidden chapter of Nancy's life. It turns out Nancy had been living a parallel existence since the early 1990s. It began in 1991 during a rare solo trip to Santa Fe for a church retreat. Still grieving, she met Victor Ramirez, a widowed artist and gallery owner from Mexico City. He was everything her late husband hadn't been: artistic, passionate, and free-spirited. Their connection grew from shared loss into something deeper. Back in Tucson, Nancy resumed life as a devoted mother, but quietly began traveling to Santa Fe every few months, telling her children she was attending retreats. In reality, she was building a second life with Victor. He gave her a new name, Elena, inspired by a character in a novel they loved, a symbol of the hidden side of her personality. Under that alias, Nancy helped run Victor's gallery and even displayed a few of her own paintings. By the mid-1990s, her double life had deepened. She opened a small account in Santa Fe under the name Elena Ramirez and contributed modest amounts from her bookkeeping income to support the gallery. It wasn't much, but it tied her to this alternate world. In Santa Fe, Elena lived differently, surrounded by artists and late-night conversations, laughter, and freedom. She became adventurous and expressive, exploring parts of herself she had long suppressed. Meanwhile, in Tucson, Nancy remained the dependable mother and grandmother everyone trusted. For decades, the two identities coexisted without crossing, until now, when her disappearance and that single photograph forced the truth into the light, raising a question that explains everything and nothing at all. The secrecy weighed on Nancy, but she justified it. Her children were thriving: Savannah landing her first TV job, Annie in college, Cam finding his path. Telling them about Victor would shatter the image of the loyal widow honoring their father, so she compartmentalized. Weekends in Santa Fe became her escape, her oxygen. She'd drive 8 hours each way, telling family she needed time to clear her head or visit cousins. Victor understood the limits and never demanded more. They exchanged handwritten letters to avoid digital trails, which Nancy hid in a locked box beneath her bed in Tucson. By the early 2000s, as her children built their own lives, Nancy gained more freedom. She spent longer stretches in Santa Fe, sometimes a week at a time, claiming solo health retreats. Behind the scenes, she helped Victor's gallery thrive, managing books, organizing events, even curating shows under the name Elena. Locals knew her only as Victor's quiet partner with a sharp eye for Southwestern art. No one linked her to Tucson. different clothes, different hair, different life. But in the 2000s, cracks began to show. Chronic pain and heart issues required medication she sometimes forgot on trips. Victor urged her to tell her family. She refused. They see me as their rock. Rocks don't have secrets. Instead, she tightened the deception. Burner phones, cash payments, fewer traces. When Savannah's career exploded in 2012, Nancy felt proud but also afraid of scrutiny. The pressure of two lives brought anxiety she hid behind faith and routine. Victor wanted a full life together. Nancy couldn't abandon her grandchildren or the world she'd built. They argued, reconciled, and carried on. During the 2020 pandemic, travel stopped, and they relied on secret video calls through hidden apps. The distance deepened her guilt. When travel resumed, she visited less, citing health, but really fearing discovery as Savannah's fame grew. Then, on January 31st, 2026, Nancy vanished. She was last seen after a family dinner, the garage door closing around 9:50 p.m. By 2 a.m., her pacemaker went silent. There were drops of blood inside and outside the home, but no forced entry, no robbery. At first, the family feared foul play tied to Savannah's public profile. Everything shifted on February 6th when the envelope arrived with the 1992 photo and the message, "Ask about Elena." Investigators traced the postmark to Santa Fe. A search revealed Victor Ramirez, now 80, still running his gallery. When agents knocked on his door on February the 7th, he broke down and confirmed the decades-long relationship, Nancy's alias, their hidden life. He told them she had visited from January 15th to 20th and seemed uneasy, saying she felt watched, strange calls, even a car following her in Tucson. Victor begged her to tell her family the truth. She refused. "They see me as simple Nancy. Elena is mine." He handed over letters, photos, and a small painting she'd made titled Hidden Horizons. Investigators now believe her disappearance may be tied to this double life. Perhaps someone discovered her secret, or she was being blackmailed, or someone from her Santa Fe world targeted her. The family was left reeling. During an emotional call, the siblings faced the truth. Their mother had lived another life for decades. "She was still our mom," Savannah said through tears. "But why hide this?" Annie whispered. Cam stared at the photo, wondering who she really was. They began connecting the dots, the retreats, the absences, the locked box under her bed, now missing from the crime scene. According to Victor, that box held their letters. If someone took it, they may have taken her secrets too. As whispers spread, even industry friends reacted with shock. Savannah, they said, wasn't just grieving her mother. She was grieving the version of her she thought she knew. Online, speculation exploded. A secret lover, a hidden past, possible jealousy or blackmail. But at its core, Nancy's double life may have been something simpler, an escape from the loneliness of widowhood, a chance for a few stolen days at a time to live as Elena, free, passionate, and unburdened. For 30 years, she balanced two worlds, Tucson's Nancy, devoted mother, and Santa Fe's Elena, the artist's muse. Her disappearance shattered both. As the investigation moves into day 10, tips are pouring in. Victor is cooperating, heartbroken, saying she deserved happiness without hiding. The family holds on to hope, but questions linger. Did her secret life put her in danger, or was she trying to escape it? After the envelope surfaced, the siblings faced the truth during a tense February 8th video call. The photo, the message, and ask about Elena left them stunned. Savannah pushed for answers as the FBI traced the lead to Santa Fe and Victor's gallery. Now the center of the investigation, agents uncovered records showing Elena Ramirez listed as a silent partner since the mid-1990s. Victor handed over decades of letters and photos describing Nancy as torn between duty in Tucson and freedom in Santa Fe. Some letters revealed how carefully she maintained both lives, even obtaining an ID under her alias and a studio space at the gallery where she painted under pseudonyms. But cracks grew in later years. Health issues, anxiety, and fear of exposure intensified, especially as Savannah's fame rose. By early 2026, Nancy told Victor she felt watched, strange calls, a car following her. Investigators now think those fears may have been real. Financial records revealed a suspicious $5,000 transfer in late 2025 to an unknown account in Mexico, raising the possibility of blackmail. The missing lockbox from her bedroom, believed to contain letters and photos, may have been the intruder's target. When the FBI shared Victor's full statement, the family was shaken. They began connecting decades of unexplained absences and retreats to the life she'd kept hidden. Public reaction has been intense. Online theories range from jealousy to blackmail to someone from her Santa Fe circle discovering the truth. The family issued a brief statement asking for privacy while focusing on bringing Nancy home. Meanwhile, Victor closed his gallery temporarily as it became a focal point for reporters and curious locals who knew Elena as kind and creative. Now, investigators are tracing financial leads, interviewing Santa Fe contacts, and re-examining sightings near her Tucson home. Nancy's double life, once a private escape from widowhood, may hold the key to her disappearance. For decades, she carried both identities in silence. Now, with blood at the scene and no sign of robbery, the case feels personal. Was this blackmail, betrayal, or someone who knew her secret too well? Nancy's story isn't over, and the truth behind her two lives may be the only way to find her.